time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Sugar Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you.
St. Patty's Eve.
Yeah.
Feel it in the air.
Yes. Oh, it's so exciting.
Getting all ready for that. Been one of my favorite days for a very long time. I think ever since I turned 21 for some reason. I've liked St. Patrick's Day a lot more than I used to.
It is the quintessential drinking holiday. It's even more popular than Cinco de Mayo. So if you like to get your drink on and you like to party in the street during the day, I love a day drinking party. St. Patty's Day really is fun. It's costumes, it's green, it's fun.
I want to ask the good people something. Are majority of our audience, are they taking Friday off?
I don't think so.
Well,
I would be surprised if they are.
We're starting early enough. We're starting at 4 p.m. We're starting early enough that you don't have to take Friday off. If you go into work at 8 or 9, you'll be fine.
Well, I mean, it's going into the weekend. If there was ever a time to take a Friday off, it would be now. I'm just speaking to the good people. Let's rethink this thing.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a few. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people on Friday who wish they had taken the day off after they get there.
Well, are the public school systems closed in Palm Beach County this week, or is that next week?
It's
this week.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Spring break, yeah.
Spring break all this week.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Let's take Friday off.
Yeah.
The whole county.
What would you say is the best drinking holiday? Is it St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, 4th of July, or Cinco de Mayo?
Or New Year's Eve.
You got the New Year's Eve in there.
New Year's Eve is a big drinking holiday, too.
Okay, is that bigger than 4th of July, you think?
Yes. For a lot of people it is.
I do think that,
I'll
yeah.
have Suits put up a poll. What's your favorite drinking holiday?
Out of all the ones you listed, I would probably say Halloween. I don't know. Depending on what night it falls. If it's a Tuesday Halloween, are you getting turned?
Halloween is fun, but I love day drinking. And so Halloween is night, and that's why St. Patty's Day slightly edges out.
But do you think more people drink on Halloween than 4th of July?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Here's the whole thing that I think is skewed about South Florida is because we have the great weather pretty much year round. So I think if you were talking to people a little bit more up north, where 4th of July is, I'm sure, a bigger drinking holiday. In fact, I know just from living there, it's a bigger drinking holiday because you have some of your best weather the entire year. So for us, St. Patty's Day is all good. I remember it was hit or miss when I lived up north. A lot of times it was still cold. Sometimes you would get snow even on St. Patrick's Day. So you were typically bundled up as you're out kind of bar hopping. So, yeah, I'm just kind of curious what people would say their favorite drinking holiday is. I'll have Suits put that up. We'll get the 4 options: St. Patty's Day, Halloween, New Year's Eve,
yeah,
and then Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
So those are the 4. Okay, so we'll get to that. If you want to jump into the poll, you can get onto KVJ TV. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What's on your mind today, Jay Bird?
Well, we got our Weird Whatever podcast tonight at 6 p.m. I'd love for everyone to join us tonight because Vicky, our head ghost investigator, is going to really break down a lot of the stuff that some of the naysayers are saying. It's kind of hard to constantly keep arguing with somebody on social media because they'll say something, you got to keep typing. We're going to cover it all tonight. Why she thinks the curtains moving is a big deal.
Okay.
Because some people are calling that out, saying it's lame, but then she's got something to combat that.
Okay.
We're going to go over that EVP and just a bunch of other fun stuff that we love to talk about over there in the Weird Whatever. Want to thank the good people. Our numbers are very good, so it's growing.
Oh, that's
Thank
great.
you to the weirdos out there.
Very nice.
They're doing the work and sharing it. So
That's awesome.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, that definitely helps with all KVJ stuff. Like, share, comment.
Yeah, it's all under KVJ umbrella, so it helps the whole show out.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, it's not too early to start planning ahead. I wanted to give you guys the good news that not this Sunday, but next Sunday for the Palm Beach Pride Parade, we've secured a real float. A real float.
Did you tell us this already?
Normally, I put you guys in the back of a truck, but now we have a real float that is pulled by a real driver, and we have insurance, and we're like official. So I need to get a list from all of you of who's coming on the KVJ float for Pride, because we actually have insurance this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've never been insured.
Does it kind of take away the element of danger a little bit? Kind of like being a rogue. Knowing we could get sued at any minute.
I like that too because, yeah, it's always been more edgy and fun. But no, we have a legit company this year.
We need insurance because I threw a couple things off the float that might or might not have hit a couple kids in the temple.
Yeah, I saw there was a guy this year. It was like in Alabama. They have maybe Mobile, Alabama. Dude got clocked with some beads, knocked him cold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens every year at Mardi Gras.
All right, my question is, did the person throw it too hard or is his skull too soft?
What you got to do, if you're at a parade, don't take your eyes off the float. Hands up, eyes on the people throwing stuff. If you take your eyes off of them, it's on you.
Yeah, that's what the guy who got clocked and knocked out kind of said. The other dude who knocked him out apologized, but... You know, he said, yeah, you got it. There's some rules of engagement. I broke them.
But you did tell us we had a float. I didn't dream this.
No, I told you had a float, but I didn't know the details, and now I do.
Okay.
It is a big, nice float being pulled by a professional trucker. We have a real driver. It's not Panda. Every other year, we've had Panda drive our float.
I'm not trying to grill you about repeating a story. I just like to confirm I'm not going completely insane. Because sometimes I just
Why would
don't
you say
know.
that?
Your outfit would say you're going completely insane.
Yeah,
but-
this is where I feel at peace. I feel right in this.
Okay.
So mark it on your calendar next Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to be there. I think we line up at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. because the parade's early.
Right.
So what time do I need to get there for the generator struggle when we can't get the generator started?
That'll start at 9:30.
I know what we that's right, because we covered this on the podcast. That's why. We talked about we have a streak at Pride Fest where right before the parade, the generator never works.
Yeah.
And Virginia turns into a
It's a
stage
meltdown.
4 werewolf.
Yeah. Things go haywire.
Oh, man. Please let's let that happen.
I'm going to try, but I think it's our fate.
I kind of want it to happen. I'm going live and go see, look, every year.
Generator, once again.
What I got on my mind is I stumbled into something yesterday that I wasn't really even expecting. I was just kind of going through my iTunes on my computer, and I found this audio file that was in there because I was just looking because there were things that were unorganized, and it said Kevin at 2. I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm thinking, oh boy, it's me at 2 a.m. This is gonna be really bad.
Could it be Kevin at 2 years old?
I started doing poetry. I remember I was going through a poem.
I was expecting it was going to be really just, oh my gosh, cringeworthy audio.
We just got fired from Miami.
Yeah. And then I started listening to it, and I was trying to figure it out. And Virginia is right with what you said. It was an audio file of me at the age of 2.
No way.
And what I told you was I got my mom's laptop after she passed from COVID.
Yes.
And so when I had merged all the music together on my iTunes, I had a ton of her stuff was in there.
Wow.
I had no idea this audio file even existed.
What a beautiful gift.
It was really amazing that I just ran into this. I listened to it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And, I'm like, okay, I think that's my mom. My mom would have been 28 years old.
Whoa.
When I was 2.
And she's talking to you?
She's talking to me. I'm in the bathtub.
Aww.
And she's just working out some audio. This is me at the age of 2 that I just stumbled into yesterday. Never even knew this audio file existed. Here she is. I'm doing some counting.
8, 9, 10, 40,
40. Does that come after 10?
You've always been bad at math.
I've always been terrible at math.
Dude, this is amazing audio.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
I love this.
Yeah, so that was me in the tub trying to count.
Wow, your mom is so Southern. I didn't realize she's such a country draw.
Yeah, well,
Is that country?
Yeah, she's from Southern West Virginia, so they've got noticeable. Now, I think the longer she was in Ohio, it kind of disappear, but this would have been, earlier on where she had only been a couple years out of West Virginia.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I don't remember her sounding that Southern. Do you? As she got older?
Yeah, she lost it a little bit.
No, let's start at 1. Let's sing My Best Friend is Jesus, okay?
Yeah.
My best friend is Jesus. Love him, love him. My best friend is Jesus. I love him.
Terrible
My
singing.
best friend is Jesus.
Yeah.
She's nailing it.
She was doing
Baby
all right.
Kevin,
Yeah.
not really
No.
pulling his weight.
Not really into it. So, yeah.
I
it was,
love this.
yeah, it was a whole thing with me just kind of on there singing. And
It's so eye-opening, too. I mean,
Yeah.
you're 2 years old, you're in the
Yeah.
bathtub, and we're doing Jesus songs. We're getting
Oh,
that
yeah.
in the brain.
No, that was it. I broke into Jesus Loves Me. And so, yeah, my mom was just hitting me with numbers and Jesus.
Wow. Please tell me you got
Yeah.
more of this stuff.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
this
was
is 7 o'clock material.
Yeah, there's a whole file on it. So I just thought it was really kind of cool. You just never know. It's kind of interesting when people pass and you have things like that. You just find things. It's just kind of odd that comes up and, getting those reminders.
Yeah, my dad was telling me he just found a box full of I don't even know what they are. They were little small square thingies that you'd put in a VHS tape.
Yeah.
And you have to hook it up to, but he found all of these videos from when we were 10 or when I was
Yeah.
9.
Wow.
And I want to try to go through all of them and get the audio because there's some crazy stuff on there.
Yeah, and I realized too, because I had let my son Cannon hear it yesterday, and then I realized when he was younger, I used to take a lot of the videos from my phone and I'd upload it to YouTube. And you're probably like a lot of people, you're recording videos and it's just on this whole big thing on your phone. It's kind of nice to be able to have something where you could send it to somebody and they could easily get. So I think I'm going to try to, next time I have some free time, try to start uploading some more videos just onto my YouTube channel because it's easier to pass on. And that's just it.
Sure.
You just never know. I mean, my mom never expected she was going to get COVID and pass like that. And so if she would have, I'm sure she would have had these kind of things organized. She probably would have been like, hey, you probably would love to hear this audio file of you in the bathtub at the age of 2.
I'm so glad you're bringing this up because I was really reminded of that. Just even listening to our After the Show podcast, every single time that one song plays, you have Aunt Anne's voice
Yeah,
in there,
yeah.
which lives on YouTube.
Yeah.
Me and my dad made a little deal. We want to jam on YouTube together.
Yep.
We don't care if anyone watches, but so when he passes on, we always have that to live on.
so
I'm
valuable.
so fortunate to have
Yeah.
audio of my loved ones that passed on
Yes.
still on the internet. So I
Yeah.
do, to your point, I recommend record some stuff and upload it to a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you know that you hear that all the while, but until you've gone through it, you don't realize how the value skyrockets on that stuff after somebody's gone and there's no way you can ever hear their voice live again.
I mean, 28-year-old Ann Ralston,
Yeah, right.
that's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
No, it was really some good stuff. So just really cool to stumble on that. Well, it's St. Patrick's Day Eve today. Got a big old party going on tomorrow at Crazy Horse Saloon. KVJ going to be out there starting at 4 p.m. You can come on out. Flip Cup tournament's going down.
Oh, I love Flip Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I could see you excelling in that, Virginia.
I really do live for Flip Cup. I think it's so much better than beer pong, because with COVID going on, beer pong's kind of, the ball hits the ground, then you put it back in the water.
Kevin kind of made me nervous about beer pong. You had some story a few years ago where people were playing beer pong and they were getting lip herpes after.
Well, the thing is what you're not supposed to do is, what you do is you actually put glasses of water out on the table and then you have your drink behind you so that you're not having a ping pong ball hit all over the place, get touched by grubby hands into the beverage you're going to put in your mouth.
There's better ways to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
the new incarnation of beer pong is way better than how it first started. Because we would first start playing, the ball would hit the ground, and it would be in the cup, and then we would drink out of the cup, and everybody shared cups.
That's skeevy and gross, yeah.
It was so not COVID friendly.
Things got to evolve, you know, kind of like what we talk about when we we hear about those old wars where you have all of these people standing in line and they would just shoot the people in the front and they'd keep walking towards each other.
Yeah.
Things evolve.
Yeah,
There's got to be a better way.
Yeah, we figured it out. Well, they've got Guinness Jameson Jello shots going on there. It's in the public shopping plaza on North Lake Boulevard, just west of I-95 tomorrow, starting at 4 p.m.
You ever do one of those Irish car bombs?
Yes, I don't do those, and I can't.
Those are Baileys, and then you put a little Jameson, and then you drop it into a half a cup of Guinness, and you chug it.
Yeah, in my opinion, that was the thing that knocked me out last time, because I did a couple of those on top of whatever we were doing at the Crazy Horse, but it was those Irish car bomb, or is that what they're called?
The Jameson shots didn't hurt. I mean, for your getting on the motorcycle.
Yeah, it was all.
Is your motorcycle buddy coming back to St. Patty's Day?
I don't know.
It was kind of fun to see you two ride off into the sunset together from Crazy Horse.
Well, we asked on the KVJ TV poll, what is your favorite drinking holiday? And St. Patrick's right now is second behind New Year's Eve.
Oh.
New Year's Eve, number one, 39% of the vote. St. Patrick's Day, 32%. Then Halloween all the way down at 16%. In fact, a lot of people are going, when did Halloween become a drinking holiday?
He don't have kids.
Yeah, well, the one thing I would say, too, is I grew up in a place where I went to school. That's what associated Halloween and drinking for me. They have a huge block party that goes on, and it's a small town of maybe 18,000, and there's 100,000 people in that town that weekend. And so you would get all excited. The whole week of Halloween was amazing at Ohio University.
And keep in mind, too, Halloween really was very little kiddish, especially when we were kids. It got a little bit more loose as time went on. You notice how everything's got a sexy skeleton?
Yeah, adults started tramping it up, having the booze.
If you're a ghost, it's a sexy ghost.
Yeah, so I guess that hasn't hit for a lot of people yet because those numbers are low on that. And then Cinco de Mayo all the way down at 14%. So I not have a lot of Mexicanos around here.
Yeah, I mean, is that known to be just a drinking holiday, or is that just a day of celebration?
It's Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
It's pretty drinky.
Yeah, it is pretty drinky, but you know, the odd thing about it is I'm not sure that Mexicans really think of it as that. I think it's a lot of the gringos kind of grabbed it and they found another day to have, some cervezas. It's kind of like on St. Patrick's Day. I mean, how many people are actually Irish out there running around drinking?
Cinco de Mayo just gave them another excuse to day drink, but this time with tacos.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot of people that really don't even know what they're doing, and they're out there wearing kilts. And Jaybird has said somebody actually even stopped him in public to correct Virginia on her comment about wearing kilts on St. Patrick's Day.
I always love when I get stopped in public for things that you say. Someone stopped me in public to let you know you were wrong.
Well, I know it's Scottish, right?
Well, that's what they apparently the person at Publix was Scottish, and they told me, tell Virginia she's wrong. You don't wear a kilt to an Irish event. That's a Scottish event. So you
can wear a kilt. I see guys doing it.
See, I think that was the attitude that they were saying Virginia had that annoyed them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I always thought kilts were Scottish.
All the bagpipers that I saw on Friday night at the St. Patty's Day event at Abacoa were wearing kilts.
Well, yeah. Is there
you're gonna tell them they're doing it wrong?
Is there an Irish kilt with the Irish? That's a great question.
I don't know.
Dude.
I just think it's fun and festive. It's green. Why are you so mad?
Look, I'm on your side.
Put on a green kilt and tell everybody to suck it.
I was in the middle of buying donuts, so I'm like, and ice cream.
Yeah, okay.
This hooker's messing up my donut transaction.
Well, also some good news today. I couldn't believe this. I've been, bitching about this for years now, and we just went through it over the weekend. The whole time change to daylight saving. And in Florida, a couple of years ago, we'd passed an amendment that we wanted it changed, but I don't think that did anything other than try to convince the federal government, because I guess the state of Florida didn't want to do it on our own. even though Arizona and Hawaii do. They're standalone in theirs. They don't observe daylight saving time. But I guess Floridians didn't want to do it, even though we made the vote. And after about 40 states have jumped on this, saying, yeah, either we want to do it or we'd seriously consider doing it. It is now passed the Senate. A bill yesterday will make daylight saving time permanent.
Yay!
And it starts next year. So it would be next, I think, November 23rd, something like that, in 2023. You would have the final switch we would ever do for time if it gets through the House and then the president. So it's still got two more steps to go.
Processes? God.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
But the thing you'll find a lot of times, if it clears one hurdle and the way it is right now, the Senate's, kind of foreshadowing for what the House and then likely the president will do. So you're anticipating that it'll, breeze through.
And then that means it'll stay light longer in the day.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It does. And
that helps Florida with everything.
Yeah, I think that's what we would want. But I did see a poll they had on WPBF earlier this week, I think on Monday, and they had done a poll on what people prefer. And I was surprised that the second option was daylight saving. 43% actually want to stay with the standard time, which I guess is where it gets dark earlier. 32% wanted the daylight saving time, which would give Floridians an extra hour of light, and then 25%, 1 out of 4, still want to switch back and forth.
Well, those people are just psychotic.
Yeah. And
those people don't understand. They're just set in their ways.
We can dismiss them because 75% of us hate switching. So
switching is a pain.
Look, I prefer to have the light longer. I think it makes more sense. For a lot of reasons. Other people would argue, kids are going to school in the dark all the way till 8 a.m. So, I don't know, get your kid a glow-in-the-dark backpack and put some lights on their shoes. I don't know.
Here's the thing, too. If you let it be light longer during the day, it's more day drinking time. If you like day drinking, it extends that.
True. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to me, I think it's all positive. And I think if you are a Floridian, you should want daylight saving. Because it will be better for our economy, just better for everything.
Better for safety?
Yeah.
Some Nurse Schmidt saying, V, it does not change the hours of daylight per day. It just might change when you are awake to see them.
Yeah, it changes the fact that I can drink now and have more daylight, and I like day drinking.
Yeah, like
she
for
goes
instance,
on to say, P.S. you're dumb. No.
If they have daylight saving
P.S.
time,
suck it.
Yeah, like it would be late at 8 p.m., whereas if we just did the standard time, it might be dark.
At 8.
At 8 p.m. Yeah.
Right. I want it to be light longer so we can appreciate more of our outdoor dining, of going to the parks, of day drinking, of celebrating things, walking down Clematis and not having it be pitch black dark.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. And, that would affect everything from when people close and businesses close. And, for me, honestly, happy hours. Because I like having my happy hour time. I like getting those half-price cocktails when it's still daylight outside.
Half-price appetizers, too.
Yeah.
I've seen happy hour advertised from 4 to 6 and then from 5 to 7. Is there an official happy hour time?
No, it's whatever a business wants to do it. Like Cucina Cabana, they do 4 to 7.
That's the way to do it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I prefer the 4 to 7.
Me
That's what
too.
I like to do. But yeah, some will do 5 to 5:10.
Is happy hour your favorite out of all the types of day drinking?
I love it, yeah, because to me that's my midnight. When it gets around 6 o'clock, it's about time for bed. So I love going out. I love to get appetizers and I love drinks. And when they're half price or a great value, yeah, that's winning to me.
Totally.
That's the ultimate.
And you get up at 2 a.m., so you can't be partying at 9 p.m.
Right. So that's why, selfishly, I want this. It's for my drinking schedule. If we had to boil it all down to why I like this.
Let's all get on board because we got to make sure that Kevin's drinking schedule stays intact.
Yes, exactly. That's what we got to do. So come on, President Biden. Get on this. It's all for me. Jay Bird had to spend 4 hours outside of his house yesterday.
Oh, my.
Couldn't get in. I couldn't even imagine.
What the hell is going on?
That would throw me off in life.
It's like 3.5. I was looking at my phone. It's about 3.5.
That's a lot of time to be able to not get in your place. And you just had to kind of chill. And
well, I was trying to fix the problem. Then I called a few places that were like, well, I looked up, Locksmiths, and I'm going on Google, and it's Palm Beach Gardens. So I go, all right, cool, Palm Beach Gardens. And every time I'd call Palm Beach Gardens, well, we got a guy in Hollywood. He'll be there in about an hour and a half to. I'm like, I thought this was Palm Beach Gardens.
Yeah. Now,
So it took a minute to link up with somebody, but for a while I was trying my best to fix the issue.
I go through this a lot because Rocco loves keys, but
Yeah.
then he always takes those keys and loses them. So I am always calling those Papa Locksmith people, and it will take them an hour and a half to get to you.
And I understand that because you're calling, it's an
Well, the
emergency.
number says Palm Beach Gardens. I mean,
Well, it took a minute for the whole thing to kind of get together because I did have that issue where they would say it's Palm Beach Gardens. You would call, he's in Lauderdale.
I'm like, wait, what?
Okay.
You have a Palm Beach Gardens address.
So I go home. And I was really in a hurry because we were filming a video. I had to go to the house to pick something up and come right back to work, and that didn't work out. So I get home, and my door handle is really loose. The front door. Now, the back of my house is very secure. It's impossible to get in.
You got the hurricane windows.
Yeah,
they
it's-
were there when you bought the house.
It's very secure. And the door is pretty much, very jarred loose. So I'm thinking, all right, this is weird. I didn't notice this when I left home. But I did also notice my doorknob is kind of loose at times. It's a weird doorknob.
It's a weird door.
It is a weird door.
It needs to be replaced.
Long story short, I'm trying to mess with it a little bit, and the whole thing just falls to the ground. I sent you a picture, Kevin. The thing,
lock, the hardware?
I'll show you what happened to look at my door. Look what happened to it.
Oh, damn. Your crap fell out. That's the handle on the pavement.
That's the handle. That's
not a good
all that
look.
stuff. No, it's not. So I'm trying to now just get in my house because I have to get this equipment and I'm just trying to get my day done.
Right.
And I can't get, the thing is jammed so bad. So my key would work. It's not that I locked myself out. There was a malfunction with the door. It was jammed. It was taking me forever. And I'm in my Smorro costume.
That door hardware has been not operating properly since you bought the house.
But my dad did fix it. So here's what I have to do, Kev. My neighbor has Ring doorbell. There's a camera situation. I wasn't able to link up with him, but we're gonna see if someone tried to break in and try to jar that thing loose, or is it just wear and tear?
Were you wearing that outfit?
I was stuck in my
People are
Smorro
gonna think
outfit. They thought I was breaking in.
People are gonna think you're the bandit.
I had to take
You're
off.
wearing a black mask, a black cape, a black fluffy shirt. You got a black cap on. You look like the Hamburglar from McDonald's.
If the Hamburglar and Zorro had a baby, that's you.
At one point, because I realized what was going on, I was getting really frustrated because I was just trying to get in the house. I was just trying to get my stuff done, and I couldn't get in there. And I noticed neighbors were coming out and looking at me and going, "I don't look like myself right now, really. I kind of look suspicious. The door's off on the ground. I'm jarring the thing loose.
People are expecting Tonto to come up any minute.
This is what I'm looking like." So I finally have to take off the cape, take off the mask.
And now are you shirtless?
No, I still have my.
You still had the puffy shirt.
I still look like Smorro when the guy gets there. Oh yeah, I think the guy felt really bad for me until I got the price. I'm like, I don't know if you feel bad for me. Is this too much money for all that? And maybe it's not.
What did he do?
The call alone was $50. So the whole thing was $350.
$350.
To come, change the door, and then replace it with a new handle.
Oh, you got a new hardware installed. So did he put a new deadbolt and a new doorknob?
Just a new doorknob for his services. He tried to say, blah, blah, blah. Something about, we won't charge you extra for this key. I'm like, all right, thanks. It's $5 off.
Yeah.
$5 off.
Is $350 too much of that?
It seems really expensive compared to if you're just going to replace your own door handle yourself with something you got at Home Depot. But I mean, for them to make the service and then get you in your house in the first place, I don't know.
Yeah, because the way I looked at it, then I would have to go to Home Depot, go buy a lock. My house isn't going to be unlocked now.
Do you still have the one I gave you? Because I gave you a nice one.
Yeah, I do, but someone's going to have to install that thing. Because like you said, my door's weird for that thing.
Your door, the way that the padlock is situated. It's too close to the knob.
It's a great door. You can't get in. It's hard to get in.
The door is good, but all the hardware seems to not be functioning.
I just got to figure out if someone's trying to break in or not.
Yeah, no, that would be good to know.
I gotta get
Did
with my
somebody
neighbor.
try to break in, or did the hardware just finally just give out because it was not the best?
My dad just did the door, so I trust my dad. I know you keep saying that it was. I've said it like 5 times now.
I've struggled with your door every time I've come to your
haven't
house.
been in my house in 3 months, though. My dad fixed it 2 months ago.
Well, I struggled last time I was there. That's why I bought you the damn doorknob, because you needed it.
Yeah, you're getting it back.
If you're not going to use it, give it back to me. It was $130 at Home Depot. It's a fancy knob. It's the one I have.
Mm-hmm. Going
He's
right for the whiskey,
grabbing
huh?
the
Yeah.
peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea. That probably wasn't enough. Yeah.
See, here's what's going to happen now. You're going to start drinking, and then you're going to be stuck with me because I have to drive you home, so then you have more time with me.
There's no way I'm going home with you today.
You would buy a $300 Uber at this point.
I would. and then I would take that Uber with that lock that she was just bitching about and drive it to her house to give it to her.
You drop $500.
I would.
Yeah,
just to spite the witch.
Just gladly.
That's the Italian in me coming out, though.
Yeah, I got you. Do you have a Ring doorbell? If there is somebody trying to get in, do you have that set up yet?
My neighbor does, to where it captures everything. That's why I haven't been so urgent to put the thing that I've got in there, because it really does capture pretty much everything on my phone.
What you have going on at your door, it'd probably be a good idea to.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, the investment you just spent yesterday on the door, probably getting somebody to hook that up would be good.
The good news is I will be able to have footage to look at today, so we'll have an answer. We'll know. I mean, to the witch's point, I do handle things hard. Is it user error, or is it someone trying to rob me of my figure?
Yeah. People are saying it is a little bit on the high end, what you had to pay. If you were going to get just the door stuff at Home Depot, about $150 for that. So
but then you got to install it.
You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. If you don't have the skill level to install it, you can put it in wrong. So I don't think that price was that bad, considering they came out there, they put new hardware, it's working good. It just sucks, but I don't think it's that bad.
Okay. Virginia's spoken, Jay Bird. Someone will correct you about it in public later today.
Just keep drinking.
Do you know how wrong Virginia was?
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, it is odd what's been going on with the Jussie Smollett outcry. I mean, there are so many people that are saying free Jussie, and the people at the Cook County Jail are like, no, we're not going to free him.
Just because you go on social media and say you want to free somebody doesn't mean you get a pardon.
I don't know if you guys understand how the justice system works, but Jussie was found guilty and he was sentenced, and I mean, while he's awaiting his appeal, he waits in the jail, but his appeal might not even go before a judge before his sentence is over.
You bring up a good point, because I'm seeing a lot of defending of him on social media, and I really would like to know, is that just his fans? Do most people, if you did a KVJ poll right now saying, do you believe Jussie Smollett is possibly innocent, is that going to be a bloodbath? 100% people say no way, or is that? I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on here.
There are supporters, and I've read this on social media, big name celebrity supporters of Jussie Smollett that say it doesn't matter whether he was guilty or not, or he set up this attack. We need to free Jussie because of this movement and because he was prosecuted wrongly. I'm like,
this is
what?
insane. If you break the law, they do know how the law works, right?
Well, I mean, I just keep going back to this. There's video of him rehearsing the attack on himself in the days before the attack in the same area. Like,
I'm confused by it. I don't get. Yeah, I am confused why people are saying he's the victim here.
So they were holding him in what appears to be like the psychiatric area.
Mm-hmm.
And his family and supporters put out there, he's being held in the psych ward where they have beds with restraints on them. We want him moved to a regular room. This is ridiculous. And the jail was like, look, that's where we put most people that are celebrities when they first come in. Yes, he's in a room with restraints on the bed, but he's not restrained.
I mean, everyone's out to get you?
He's just in the room to ensure that he is under direct observation at all times. Nobody's restraining him. He's allowed to go out in the common areas when other inmates are allowed to go. Like, they're making it sound like he's being treated differently, and I think a little bit of that is because he's a celebrity and they don't want him in a regular cell with another cellmate.
I said again, I think this is strategy to have him be a martyr and saying,
yes,
you know what, and maybe in a year after he gets out of jail, he admits that he, he will
never admit.
I agree, but what I'm saying, I think some people that are supporting him, they're saying, you know what, he lied, but he was doing it for the greater good, and that's how they're going to position it.
Well, now his family is telling all of the supporters in the Free Jussie movement that they are the ones that got him moved out of the psych ward and into a regular area. And that's not true, because the sheriff's office is saying, look, this is just what we do. We had other inmates that were coming in. We needed the psych ward, so we moved him to a regular cell. Like, it has nothing to do with the Free Jussie movement. But his supporters are telling everyone, keep calling the jail, keep calling Cook County.
I'm seeing it everywhere. But again, just because you see it everywhere doesn't mean it's as big as you think it is. I mean, even if you have 10,000 people doing that, that's not that many people in the grand scheme of it. It may look like it is, but it's not really. See what I'm saying?
It's more people than normally call Cook County. That's for sure. They are turning up the heat. But I think it's a little bit confusing to Cook County because they're like, look, it's not up to us. We're just protocoling over here.
I just don't like when you do wrong and then you play victim. I just don't like that.
I agree. And I think they're trying to confuse everybody by thinking the jail actually has the right to release him. The jail doesn't.
I mean, the judge has made the deal. They can't be like, we're just going to go ahead.
His sentence will probably end up not being the full 150 days, but I think that's because of other factors like prison overcrowding and, good behavior and others. I mean,
but then he'll come out and say, I wasn't treated fairly because I didn't get enough time like all the other prisoners. Like, wait, make up your mind, dude. Good Lord. All right, next story, please. All right, I need more whiskey.
If you thought you were annoyed by that one.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is trying to put together a boxing match. Now, he is guaranteeing $30 million apiece for Kanye West and Pete Davidson to get in the ring and box each other.
Wow.
I doubt this will happen, but can you imagine?
It'd be amazing.
Who wouldn't you fight for $30 million? I mean, I would get in the ring for anybody. Just go ahead, march them in here.
Would you get in the ring with anybody for $30 million?
$30 million.
I would.
Yeah.
Kevin, your wife will put you in the ring.
Yeah, because either I'd fight them or I'd fight her. So.
And that would be for free.
Yeah. So I would take...
Either way, you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah,
but at least get the money.
Yeah, I would find a way. Hey, look, if I got to go out there and get my butt kicked at me for $35 million, that would be amazing.
Thank you. That is life-changing for you, your kids, your grandkids, their kids.
I seriously doubt this would happen, but if it did, y'all taking Kanye? I'm taking Kanye.
I don't know.
I don't know. Pete's pretty squirrely.
Hey, Suits, put up a poll on that. Who wins in a fight between Kanye West and Pete Davidson?
I don't know that either one of them have had to slug it out. They're not. Neither one of them came up like totally hard on the street, right?
I don't know about that, but I think Kanye's got a little bit more weight to him, a little bit more power. I think Kanye spent a little bit more time in the gym. Not that Kanye crushes it in the gym, but
whether you fight or not, everyone gets tested.
Yeah, I think too. Kanye's just got the anger built up in him. I think he's really driven by that. Pete doesn't have anger. He's just like, I don't get this dude. So Kanye mentally is going to just want to go in there and break Pete Davidson. So he's going to have the eye of the tiger. He's got the size.
I think Pete has the wingspan that Kanye does not.
I don't think it's not gonna factor it out.
No, I'll tell you what happens. They fight, and it doesn't get finished because here comes the head of the snake to throw some kind of ruffle in the plans. Kris Kardashian ruins the fight somehow.
Kris Jenner?
Jenner, yeah. She turns
Show some respect.
She turns into a circus act where there's not really a winner or loser.
Yeah.
I'm not down with this.
Okay, early voting right now. Pete Davidson jumped out to an early lead, 59 to 41%, which I actually would love because that would mean that the odds are going to be better. I would put my money on Kanye, and I would win more money back when he whoops Pete Davidson.
There's an age difference there too. You got to factor in.
Yeah.
I think Kanye's my age, and then Pete. I think is he in his 20s still? Is he in his 30s?
I think Pete's younger.
He is definitely younger.
His only chance of doing that is he just has to stay away from him somehow. And that's it. That's the only chance he has of winning.
I think it might be a good fight.
I think it'd be entertaining.
Victor in the chat room says Kanye just swings at small photographers.
Yeah, he does.
He only hits paparazzi under 5 feet.
While they're holding a camera.
Yeah.
And finally here, this is sad. Remember Khalees? My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I'm like, it's better than yours. I'm like, it's better than yours. I teach you, but I have to charge. She has a husband. She's young. She's only 42. He was only 37, and he just passed away after an 18-month battle with stage 4 stomach cancer. So prayers going out to Khalees and her family. They do have a child that she was raising. So, terrible stuff. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All right, got celebrity birthday today. Really just one to talk about. Happy birthday to Flava Flav. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
He's 63 years old today.
Wow.
I know. Wow. Right? Also, Logan Monaco turning 10 years old. That's from Mommy Daddy Mason and Oakley. Patrick turning 12 from Mommy Poppy Isabella and Daisy. 15th birthday to Caitlin. She's getting her driver's license learning permit today.
Oh, big day.
It's a big day.
Congratulations.
That's from Dad Anita Jackson and Nicola. Also, Fabian having a birthday. Shout out from Danny. He's an amazing dad, my best friend. Can't wait to see y'all at the Crazy Horse tomorrow.
Okay.
4 p.m. Danny sent that in.
It's not going to be for the faint of heart, but if you are man enough, we'll see you there.
All we're saying is just put on your war paint. Put on your war paint.
Put on your war paint.
Also, we got a shout out to Ashley, a.k.a. Smashly, from Horny Lorny and Bree Nene.
Okay, y'all sound like a lot of fun.
There she is getting turnt.
Okay, yeah, you guys sound
French Quarter in New Orleans.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Y'all sound awesome.
Also, happy 6th birthday, Mommy, Daddy, Lilo, Stitch, Josh, 1 Josh, Tyler, 2 Tyler, and Bryce. Also, happy 14th birthday to my sweet, smart, and amazing son, Josh, from Mom, Michael, Nico. And got a photo of him there out front of Universal Studios in Orlando.
Nice.
Got a birthday, want to shout out, send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com.
World Record Wednesday, gotta give your best. World Record Wednesday, we're chasing greatness today.
Okay, we're going to be doing the world record for the most backward lunges in 1 minute. Record stands at 58 lunges. If you're wondering what that is, you basically just stand in place and then you take one leg, drop it behind the front leg, and touch your knee to the ground. If you're watching KVJ TV, you can get an idea of what it looks like there to do a backward lunge. Jay Bird's going to see if he can do 58. Now, I will tell you that it is really tough on the legs to do, and man, you will get burning super fast. Anybody who does a lot of gym time is very familiar with those lunges, and I can tell you 58 in 60 seconds is very impressive, and you will get leg burn pretty quick, probably at about 10. And the question is, can he get to 58 before his legs give out?
As long as I get the leg burn and not the heartburn. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, that peanut butter whiskey is probably going to help both.
What? You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Ironically, the whiskey's called Screwball. You are what you drink.
Okay. Well, let's see how we do here. 58 is the record. Big question. First off, is Jaber going to make it to 58?
It's not looking good.
Oh, there's that positive demeanor we love.
Well, I hate to be a realist, but no.
Okay.
KVJ respectable, Kevin.
Gonna go with 29. Is KVJ respectable? That is half of your world record there.
It doesn't feel good, Kevin.
It really doesn't feel good, Kevin.
29 would be very respectable to be able to do that many in 60 seconds.
But that's not even. That's almost better than KVJ respectable. Wouldn't you say 20 is KVJ respectable?
No, I'm gonna go with 29. I think 29's right. That feels right. Does that feel right to you, Virginia? 29?
Oh, don't ask her. She's a witch.
Okay.
She wants the
Hey, you all
worst.
said it at 20.
29 feels respectable, but I don't know if he's going to make it.
Okay.
You're going to walk into the Crazy Horse looking like you've been worked over by a group of rapists.
I'm gonna walk in looking like old ass Yoda, and I'm gonna leave walking out like I'm about to do a river dance because that whiskey
You're
does
gonna look
work.
like young Yoda when he dropped that cane and fought Dooku.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
by the time I leave, like I'll be moonwalking out of there.
Yeah.
And then you'll be in traction on Friday.
Yeah. Okay, so I think if you got to 29, I'd be like, wow. But I'll make, just for betting purposes, 20 is the over-under. Virginia, if you were putting money down on this, are you going over or under 20?
This is interesting because I think 20 he could do. Anything past that, he's not going to be able to do it. I say he makes it to 20.
Okay, so you're going over on that.
Yeah.
Suits, what do you think? Over or under? He's going over. Yeah, I thought so too. So I thought 29 really is the mark. Denny's.
I mean, I think he breaks it.
Okay. You're thinking
Breaks
so he gets,
it? You
I
mean
think he
like
gets 60.
He's talking about his leg.
his hamstring?
Off my hamstring.
That's what
I
he's-
already have a horrific ham. This is the worst idea ever.
Oh, your ham is done.
Danny, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
I think you get to about 26. I think you'll go over 20. I think you'll go a little less than 29.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I kind of. It's weird because I want you guys to have faith in me, but then when you kind of do, I don't like it.
You're an abused person.
Yeah,
You've
that's,
got issues.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll do more than that. You might just. I like setting the bar low on this because I think you might push past 29 even.
Oh,
So
boy.
let's see. Okay.
Let's get it over.
All right.
with,
So you understand the backward lunge?
I believe so,
How it goes?
Kevin.
Okay. It's just
This
standing
way,
here
then
like
this
this.
way.
You just drop
Yeah.
one leg behind. Your knee must touch the ground. So Denny's going to watch that. So we'll just make that legit. So people aren't
And
saying he was doing halves.
You can't hold the counter like you just did. I saw you, screwball.
Okay.
He's so bad.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to do 3 different things, and I don't think you understand things sometimes.
Okay. All right, so let's see what we do here. World Record Wednesday. It is the most backward lunges in 1 minute. 58 is the world record. Time is set for 60 seconds. On your mark, get set, and go. All right, Bird
Okay.
is doing these, making sure his knee
Oh.
touches. All right, already a little scissor legged. He's at 3 right now. 4. So what he's got, he's slamming down 5. 6. Okay, Virginia's going to be doing the counting.
8.
All right, he's still doing it. It's very precise right now, hitting that knee pretty hard.
11,
It's going down. He's at 45 seconds left.
13,
He's kind of coming up, getting a little
14,
wobbly coming up on that one. Okay, already it
15,
looks like there's fatigue setting into the legs. He's starting to grunt a bit. He's just about at the
18,
halfway mark right
19,
now. Jay Bird doing the backward lunges here,
20,
World Record Wednesday. There is
21,
26 seconds left.
22,
Okay, he's at 22, but boy, each one's getting
23,
tougher and tougher.
gosh, it's so-
And you can hear him.
24,
He's really starting. Oh, he's almost falling over.
25,
He's at 16. All right, he's getting right to that mark. He's at 26. He's got
27,
just 10 seconds left.
28,
How many more is he going to get? Can he get past the
29
29 mark? He's at 5 seconds. Oh, he's
30.
down. Can he get back up? Oh, he cannot get back up on that one. How many did he get, Virginia?
He got 30 and fell. I don't know if we can count 30.
He went over KVJ Respectable, though. He got 30 in 60 seconds.
Wow.
That's a pretty good mark. That's not a bad performance today, my man.
You
I feel pretty good about that.
are going to be walking like a man that just got out of prison and was worked over.
How tough does that get and how fast? Isn't it crazy what a lunch can do?
Quickly.
Yeah.
That got painful, and not even painful. You feel like you're a baby calf being born,
You
walking
just
for the
lose-
first time.
Yeah, you lose all motor skill at a certain part and fast. Oh wow!
Get up.
Oh, Bird might have just done himself in for the rest of the day. Oh
Are you okay?
man, he can barely stand right now. You're right. He looks like a baby calf just coming right out of the womb, trying to find mama.
Okay, I got it.
He's
You
in his
did
seat.
it.
He's good.
You did it.
All right, there
And
you
now
go.
you can sit for the rest of the show, Pumpkin.
Okay, now you get the respect on that. That's a tough challenge.
Oh, there'll be like 3 people on Twitter. Hey, how does laying on 1? It's actually 17.
Nah, you were coming up, and definitely could hear you hitting. Is your knee hurt? Because you were going down pretty hard.
I feel nothing short of miserable.
Yeah. Okay.
Whiskey works, I'm just saying.
Where's
Yeah.
my screwball?
Right there.
Okay.
Get
All right.
it. Get it.
Working his way through. He's gearing up for St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
You're not going to be able to walk, and you're going to have a hangover.
Yeah, that's tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's going to be quite a 48 hours for your body.
Oh, I know.
I hope it's ready.
Your body's going to be like, why would you do this?
Well, then I'm going camping
Oh, good Lord.
the next morning.
Oh, my gosh. Wow,
And,
you got a lot coming up.
I got a lot.
You got a lot.
Are you wearing that outfit camping?
I am going as more. I'm working on a side piece, just a think piece.
Is this performance art?
It's performance art for the
Okay.
10% of the people that'll give a crap about it.
Okay.
Tit might be high.
Yeah, I know, Virginia. I'm clearly depressed. Let's pile on. Let's pile on. Where's that whiskey at?
Let's keep the whiskey handy. There
I think
go.
you look adorable.
Oh, thanks. Great. I love Virginia compliments.
Yeah. The insults almost feel better, don't they?
Yeah, they're great. Just stay with the mean stuff.
Stick with what you know. All right, got some makeup or breakup emails here. People who are considering getting out of the relationship. Will anybody rule for love today, or will it all be breakups again? Now, this one says he admitted that he wasn't attracted to me physically. In the email, it says, I've been in love with this guy forever. We hung out in a common circle of friends for about a year, and all that time I wanted for him to ask me out, but he never did. It's not like he had a girlfriend either. It just didn't happen. So I finally got one of our common friends to drop a big hint on him that I was interested in him that way. But then it still took 2 more months for him to finally ask me out. And now we've been dating for 3 months, and our chemistry is amazing. Well, last night, we're drinking some wine when we got to talking about him asking me out. And he was telling me that he was sorry that it took him so long to do it. He said he would have asked me out sooner, but he was unaware of how awesome I was. I said, well, what took you so long? He said he just wasn't attracted to me, and it wasn't until he got to know me that he saw my true beauty shine through. Now, I don't want to be a weird chick about this, but his comment really kind of hurt my feelings. I'm reading it as if he doesn't really find me physically attractive, but I'm really cool to hang out with. Can you even build a relationship if there's no minimal physical attraction? I love him so much, and I don't want to get hurt. And I feel like dating somebody who doesn't really find me physically attractive is a big risk to future heartbreak. Should I just bail now?
Okay, this is a little different than I originally thought it would be. So maybe he just didn't give you a chance because he just didn't feel that he had that spark. But that now that he's gotten to know you,
Yeah.
he's told you that he really does like you. I think you're overthinking this and you're trying to make trouble where there is no trouble.
I completely disagree with the witch. There's certain things that you say to people. Now, that may not be a hot button for Virginia, but for some people, to be desired by their mate is a big deal. And for that to be completely gone and blown out the water, and now it took me 3 months to realize the monster was beautiful. That's how she's seeing it. People got to realize there's just some things you don't need to say or type. You don't have to tell everybody everything that's going on in your head, because there's a reason why. You just got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, kind of a thing.
He might want to blame the alcohol on this. Probably a couple wines got him a little loose-lipped, and he wasn't really thinking too much. The register was off a bit when he said those words.
It's a slight, even though you don't mean it as a slight. Oh, I saw how beautiful you are. She's gonna see that as a slight. Now you'll get all these people texting in, oh, you're being oversensitive. People are just so sensitive. Fine. 80% of the people in that scenario are going to be oversensitive. 20% will be able to deal with it.
Okay, so you think only 20% would stay in this relationship, 80% would bail?
No, I think 20% wouldn't be bothered by it. I think 80% would be, and between those numbers, that's going to be up to them.
Yeah.
You can't change the fact that you're bothered by it, and I understand why you are, but you also don't need to blow this whole thing up, because he's telling you he likes you. He's telling you once he got to know you, he was like, wow, this is actually awesome.
We live in a society where the older you get, for some people, they get insecure because they're not that shiny new toy anymore. So there's already kind of this thing going on in society as it is. Typically, when you're in a relationship, that attraction is one of the big things, and that starts to fade sometimes, and then people step out. I can see this being an insecurity for somebody.
Yeah, I understand why you don't like the comment that you heard, because everybody wants to be physically attractive, especially to their partner. But I think what he said is that, hey, he's really liking you and loves being with you. I don't know why you would blow it up right now.
Because people say dumb things sometimes. You just don't have to say everything that's on your brain.
Yeah, I'm going for a makeup on this. What do you think, Virginia?
Makeup, definitely.
Okay. Smoro?
You know my answer.
Breakup? You're dumping him?
My silence says it all.
Okay. Yeah, Toph in the chat room had said, people can grow to find others attractive. I wasn't attracted to my ex-husband for years, but his personality drew me in, and we wound up together.
And he's your ex-husband, so there you go.
That's true.
I mean, that's kind of proving my point.
Well, everything ends.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay, next email here says, makeup or breakup. His exes all hate him. Said, I've been dating a guy for a few months that seems to be really great. I haven't seen anything bad, except for a FaceTime call I overheard him have with his baby mom. He was outside my house, bedroom window was open.
Oh.
And his baby mama were saying the worst things about him, calling him a liar and a loser.
Oh, boy.
Well, what got me was how many times she called him a liar. I mentioned that I could hear part of the call and said, wow, she doesn't sound real happy. And he said, yeah, she's insane and has always thought the worst about me. Now, I took his word for it, and I assumed that she is the problem. But then last night, we're out to dinner, and we're waiting for our food, and this girl walks into the restaurant, and he immediately turns pale. He hunches down in his seat, and he says, oh, crap, that's my ex. Well, I looked at the girl, and I'm expecting to see his baby mama, because I know what she looks like, but it's not his baby mama. So I'm like, wait, that's not your baby mama. He's like, no, that's another ex. So we end up slinking out of the restaurant without even getting our food. Also, we can avoid a confrontation with this other ex. So I'm starting to see a pattern here. Either he attracts crazy girls or maybe he's the problem. Would this be enough for you to move on before you become the next female that hates this guy?
It's so funny you bring this up because on my show, Vanderpump Rules, Lala Kent is going through this.
Okay.
And on her podcast this week, she said, I wish I would have got in touch with some of his exes because he called all of them crazy and he said they were ridiculous and they were the problem.
Right, yeah.
And he cheated on Lala while she was pregnant.
What?
And she's got a new baby and they are breaking up because of his philandering. And she says she wishes she would have spoke to the exes because they're not crazy. They're actually not insane like he paints them all to be. They were very logical and they were very upset because he did really bad things in those relationships, and calling them crazy and trying to dismiss them, it minimizes what he did to them.
Well, that really kind of goes for any person. If all of a sudden this one person just has drama with 90% of the people they're coming in contact, but they're always telling you it's everybody else.
They're crazy.
It kind of starts to make you go, well, dude, maybe it is you.
Yeah.
You ever know that person?
This is a definite red light. I mean, because, a red flag. I mean, you definitely heard a nasty conversation. And the fact that he wouldn't even wait for dinner Because he's so afraid for a confrontation with another ex?
Why is he a liar? What did he lie about in his previous relationships? I think it's called self-preservation and protecting yourself by talking to these other girls and figuring out, okay, is this guy got a pattern of lies? You don't want to be the next victim.
Yeah. I'd say look at the telltale signs the universe is giving you. It might be time to just get away from this dude, because you're right. I think she already knows it. She's going to be the next girl to wind up hating him. Okay, and one more email here, make up or break up. How do you evict your girlfriend without ruining the relationship? Okay. Ooh. It says, I met my girlfriend at Columbia University in New York City. I got a degree in finance and found a good job in the city. COVID changed my work structure, and there was a great opportunity to open up a field office in West Palm. My girlfriend was still finishing up her degree there and hated to see me go, but understood. She's since finished her degree and wanted to join me here in South Florida. She couldn't believe, though, how hard it was to find affordable housing and to find a place to live, and asked me if she could move in with me. Now, I've always liked my space, and honestly, being away from her for a year only strengthened my love of independence. I pushed back so hard that we actually wound up breaking up, but then afterwards I regretted it, and after a trip back to see her, we got back together, and then she's since moved in with me now in West Palm Beach. But I gotta tell you, it's only been a month, and already I know I made a big mistake.
Oh, no.
It's not that I don't think we couldn't be together, but just not like this and not now. Now I just don't know what to do. Do I suck it up or make this ugly and then send her off packing?
Oh,
what if I regret the breakup again? By the way, my girlfriend is from upstate New York and knows nothing about your show, so I'm all good. Okay. Yeah.
What if it's a crazy game to play?
What's that?
What if is a crazy game? I mean, you can't live in a what if. You know, he's like, what if I do this? What if I do that? You gotta make a decision.
You know that you're not enjoying what's going on right now. And I find, sometimes having uncomfortable conversations and being forthright and honest in your relationships is good and saves you a lot of drama and heartache later.
You think that, then all of a sudden you're honest, and then people don't want honesty all the time. It's weird.
But you told her in the beginning that you didn't want to live with her yet.
Right.
And the situation forced it to happen.
Yeah.
And now all your fears are being realized. So I don't think this is going to be that tough of a conversation, because you kind of knew you wanted your independence, and you explained that to her, and she strong-armed you into this. And so I think you just sit her down and say, look, this is everything I thought, that I was afraid of. My independence is very important to me. I like my own space. Yeah. And this is a situation where I don't have that anymore. I'm not happy. How can we fix this?
And perhaps, he may be coming to the realization that she annoys him on some level.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
Right.
You may like somebody, but then you find out they kind of annoy you too. And
you can get through dinner, you can go bar hopping, but you certainly don't want to share a kitchen with them.
You can get through dinner and bar hopping, but you can't share a kitchen. That is that put that on a bumper sticker.
I think a lot of people move in together too quick and give up that independence. That independence is a gift.
Yeah.
And especially if you're one of those people like extroverted introverts, you need time alone to recharge.
Yeah, I think some people can be in a serious relationship and not live with one another and still make it work if both people are on the same page, understand, okay, they like their alone time, but when we're together, we're together. But I think that takes two special personalities, no?
Yes, and if even just one of you is saying, I like my alone time, I need my space, then the other person has to respect that, because that alone time and that space is honestly really important for an extroverted introvert or just a straight up introvert.
I think it's going to make or break the relationship.
Absolutely.
If you're around someone that you're saying great during drinks but not during the kitchen, sharing a kitchen, it's gonna wear off quick.
And it's only been a month that she's been there, and you're already like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake.
What have I done?
Now is the time to bring it up and just say, look, all my fears are becoming my reality, and I'm really wanting to talk to you about this.
I think seeking out your independence is good. Talk to her about the housing thing, and if a breakup comes because of it, then so be it. You're getting back to happiness. All right, you got your own situation and scenario. Thinking maybe you need to get out of a relationship, just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com.
the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Mike Tyson's marijuana company is making something that I definitely want to buy for all of my friends that enjoy the marijuana. He's making edible gummies in the shape of an ear with a bite taken out of them.
That's brilliant.
Oh, it's so brilliant.
Yeah.
It's based on, of course, the 97 fight where Mike Tyson literally took a bite out of Evander Holyfield's ear. And this is smart marketing.
Yeah.
Can we get these anywhere? Can I go online and order them now? I'm sure they're going to sell out.
Yeah, I would imagine they'll sell well.
Selena Gomez is going to be creating a comedy series for Peacock, the network. It's inspired by the classic movie 16 Candles, and the comedy series will follow 4 Latina high school girls as they prepare for quinceañera season. So that sounds cool.
Yeah, it could be good if the writing's good.
Yeah. And finally here, I'm sure you watched The Real Housewives of Miami Season 1, Kevin. I don't have to tell you who Joanna Krupa is, but she was the hottest girl on that show. She's not on the reincarnation of that show on Peacock, but Joanna Krupa is from Poland, and her man is as well. They are helping out. He has actually gone to Poland and is helping orphaned kids and transporting animals and stepping up. So many people are doing this right now, and it is beautiful to see, especially celebrities who don't have to step it up and going to Poland to help the Ukrainian people.
That's good.
Good for you, Joanna Krupa. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
I saw, too, the Bachelor finale was last night, and my wife is very excited.
Yes. Yeah. Did it go her way?
I don't know. I haven't really got a chance to talk to her. She was watching it when I went to bed, and I just woke up today. I'm like, going, I can't handle a Bachelor update this early. And so I didn't ask her about it.
3 hours?
I'm not going to lie.
Crazy long.
It's still pretty too early for an update.
Yeah. Well, the one thing, I think she's happy because the person she wanted the Bachelor wind up with, he wound up with.
Okay.
And then the other 2 cast-offs now are going to be on The Bachelorette starting on July 31st. First time they've ever had 2 co-leads. Is that going to work? 2 bachelorettes?
2. Well, I just watched Joe Millionaire, and they had 2 bachelors.
Okay.
And it worked great. Whoever did the casting for Joe Millionaire, The Bachelor needs to hire them because they found the most likable guys and the most likable girls. Joe Millionaire was so much better than The Bachelor.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right, we got our Tournament of Awesome up and live right now for voting. 64 things that are awesome in life. By the time it's all done, we'll have the number 1 most awesome thing in life according to your votes. Has to go along with the March Madness that's going on as they're starting games in the NCAA men's and women's tournaments, eliminating people. I want to get your thought on this. I got some of the early votes right now. Now, early on in the tournament, you're going to see some mismatches. That's just kind of the way that it goes. Because when we get to the end, you'll have the really top stuff going up against each other. So some of these are going to be mismatches right now. Like money up against diamonds.
And money's going to win, right?
Money is winning by a lot.
Yeah.
The beach versus golf.
Beach is going to be destroying it.
The beach is destroying golf.
I think I called that yesterday, Virginia.
It should. I agree. The beach is better.
Golf was one of the ones I didn't think deserved to make the brackets, but I don't want to make a big deal out of it. I'm glad to see it's knocked out. And that's not a statement on golf.
Yeah.
It's just more a statement about awesome.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I live on a golf course. They're kind of douchey.
That's so okay. You share my sentiments. That should not have made the Tournament of Awesome.
Not everybody that golfs is a douche, but I would say 50%.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think those numbers are low. But I worked at 2 very, very rich golf courses.
The more money, the more douchey.
Yeah, hands down.
I live on a poorer course.
The internet is all over barbecue right now. Knocking that out probably pretty quick.
Wow.
Internet's winning.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it should, though. I mean, I love barbecue, but I mean, come on. If you had to say, hey, a world without the internet or a world without barbecue.
Barbecue's so good.
It is good, but that's where this tournament gets weird. Because barbecue may win in a meat competition, but not the awesome competition.
We got to make the tough choices.
You know what's close is hugs and bacon.
Yeah.
That actually, hugs versus bacon is going, it's pretty tight right now.
Dude, a lot of people need a hug, man. You can just tell. A lot of people are gassed up out there.
Yeah.
Hugs might win this thing.
Yeah. Concerts getting whooped right now. Theme parks has double the votes of concerts.
I agree.
Theme parks will go deep, but they're not going to win the tournament. They'll go deep.
Okay. Chocolate's whooping shoes. Coffee is whooping basketball right now. Laughter is whooping motorcycles.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
How did motorcycle sneak in there?
You probably put it in there from your last
Yeah.
performance at Crazy Horse.
Yeah, well, when you get down to 64, you're
I
talking
hear
about
ya.
a lot of things. Friends is whooping horses right now.
Like, as in, friends, you guys are my friends?
Like, yeah, friends. Having friends is awesome, right?
It is awesome.
Yeah.
What if your only friends are horses?
Damn, that's a mind bomb.
That's where some people were probably right now, what to do. Ice cream is all over porn right now.
It's winning.
Porn's going to get knocked out in the first round, yeah.
Porn's polarizing. I'm not sure ice cream is.
Yeah. Candy and Disney's tight, actually. The voting is close on that one.
Candy and Disney. That's a good matchup.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
right now, that one is kind of foreshadowing what's to come, because those are two heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And if you take out Disney now, this is the time. If Disney
Yeah.
gets through right here,
Right.
Disney may
Disney
get to
could
the
make a
final
strong
four.
run. Yeah, could make a
Let's
strong run.
send a message.
I'm really starting to get into that. I think I got into the bracket last year too.
You love a bracket.
I love a bracket.
Yeah. Other matchups that are close right now in our tournament of awesome. Cars is just edging out table games right now. Things like poker and card games and things like that, or Monopoly. So Cars is just beating out table games. That's very close right now. Wine is beating champagne.
What?
Yeah.
We didn't put pot in there, did we? Just because
I think we did.
Did we put marijuana in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, marijuana is in there, but it looks like it's going to lose in the first round to swimming pools.
Wow.
Yeah. Swimming pools looks like it's going to knock marijuana out in the first round.
Nobody saw that one.
Yeah. How about
That's because
that?
the stoners didn't vote.
Stoners aren't up.
Gotta let them know. Some of the other close matchups that are going on right now, music and Netflix is tight. Music is just beating out Netflix right now. That's close.
People are asking, where do they vote at?
You go to kvjshow.com. It's posted there, and there's links up on all of our social media sites.
Okay.
YouTube is double the votes on video games right now. I was kind of surprised by that.
Okay, this is telling me this is still pretty early.
It is kind of early, but, I'm looking at the votes. There's 54 votes for YouTube, 28 for video games.
Well, I'm just getting a ton of people in the chat room going, where is this? I don't know where to, I haven't voted yet.
That's why I'm letting people know. We just had it live yesterday, so I'm letting you know if you're hearing something right now that's troubling you, like if you're a horse and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go vote and get all the other horses to vote.
If you're a pot smoker and you can't swim,
No,
Yeah.
you think people don't care about some of this stuff, but somebody from Philadelphia was calling Sweet Denny's up about something, saying, you're not letting Philadelphia people have a fair shot at the... People care about some of this stupid stuff.
Okay.
and ice cream versus porn. I mean, you can have ice cream with your family. You shouldn't watch porn with your family.
Yeah.
To me, there's just a few in there. I think if more people know, you might
Yeah.
see a deader heat.
That's why I'm letting you know right now, kvjshow.com, go vote for the Tournament of Awesome. In fact, this is troubling to me. Bubble bath is beating beer.
That just doesn't seem right to me.
It doesn't seem right to me. That was the one that was like, what?
Un-American.
Bubble bath is beating beer?
That's an insult.
I mean, we have heavy hitters. We're talking big-time KVJ Nationers in the chat room going, what? I haven't voted yet.
you
Yeah.
need to vote. We need to have our voices heard. Beer needs you.
Yeah. Kittens is beating tacos.
What?
Yeah.
On what planet should kittens beat tacos?
Here's the thing. I've heard of people being allergic to kittens. Never met someone who's allergic to tacos.
Thank you.
Festivals is beating football right now.
Now,
Festivals is beating football. I'm like,
football
what?
is so massive.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right to me. Right now, pizza is whooping chicken wings. Got about 3 times the amount of votes.
And there's just some that are they're gonna destroy. In the beginning.
Well, you know, we had a 1 seed versus 16, and a lot of those aren't even close, and we didn't expect them to be.
I personally feel like pizza is going to win this whole damn thing.
You do.
The whole damn
it's a number
thing.
1 seed.
I think they're going to win the whole
one
thing.
seed. Yeah.
I had a lot of money on chicken wings, and now they're going to be knocked out.
I'm going all in on pizza. I'm betting it all.
Yeah.
Let's really bet. Let's bet to the point where it kind of hurts a little bit. Slightly. Not too bad, but it was like, oh, man.
You could. You could start making side bets on this. Christmas is beating massages by a pretty solid amount.
I agree with that.
Feels like it should happen.
Yeah, I get a lot more love from Christmas. I mean, a massage feels great, but I mean, Christmas is a whole season. It's a whole spirit.
I spent the last couple Christmases alone. I think I'm going to go with massage on that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And in our Tournament of Awesome, this is kind of close. Liquor is just edging out the woods right now. Liquor is edging out the woods, so that'd be kind of going out into the woods or nature.
I don't believe anything about this
Liquor's
tournament
just-
yet.
Yeah.
It's too early.
It's too early.
Way too
It's
early.
It's literally March Madness right now.
It is. All right, well, go cast your votes, kvjshow.com. We do have elimination, so it'll go from 64 to 32, so you got the next couple of weeks. But if there's something in there that is already on the ropes, it could be bounced in the first round.
Prediction, you're going to see a big uptick in marijuana,
Okay.
liquor.
Okay.
You're going to see it. And,
Yeah, okay.
and I think you may see more people vote, I'm sorry, Virginia, for kittens.
What?
I know, it's going to be...
Kittens over tacos. I don't want to live in that world.
Okay,
I just
well,
think-
you might be.
Yeah, I think you're just going to see an uptick.
That's it. I'm moving.
All right, still looking for a member of Gen Z to represent here today for the Battle of the Generations. You can take the lead over the millennials by 1 if you do. So we need somebody that knows pop culture trivia between the ages of 18 and 26 to call us up right now, 877-979-WRMF.
They ain't using no telephone to call in. They're making TikToks, Kev.
Is that what it is? You can't
too
TikTok
early.
in your answers.
They don't talk to humans anymore. Only
Yeah.
screens.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to forfeit a win to Gen X if you can't get somebody on here to represent.
Look, Smora will take the win any way he can get it.
A win is a win is a win,
that's
right?
it.
Come on, call in, Gen Z.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen this. Coming up on March 21st, which will just be next week, they have got this new American Song Contest. It's going to be on NBC, hosted by Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg. So they're bringing out some heavy hitters to host it. So it might wind up being a big thing. Now, the premise of the show is to have representatives from each of the 50 states perform an original song and have viewers vote on a winner. So I was looking at who every state has. And I'm saying, okay, what are your odds on winning based on who you have singing an original song to represent your state? Now, Alaska has Jewel, right? Who Will Save Your Soul? And
Yeah.
so many
good
great
stuff.
songs. Connecticut has got Michael Bolton. Ohio has got Macy Gray.
Who else does Connecticut have? Is
Who
that all,
else?
is that all they got?
It's just one person representing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
one
this is the
artist.
list that they've put out.
Yeah, for
okay.
each of the 50 states, and here are just some of the ones.
Okay.
Maryland is going to be represented by Cisco. Remember the thong
Oh,
song?
come on. Thong, the thong, thong, thong.
Yeah.
He's wearing one now.
I'm a G-string man.
Get it right.
Nevada's going to be represented by the Crystal Method. They're a popular EDM group. And then Florida is going to be represented by Ale Zabala.
Who?
What?
Ale Zabala.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So Alaska gets Jewel, and we got Ale Zabala?
Can we get Ale the House?
We
instead?
couldn't get, like, I don't know, Pitbull, Jimmy Buffett.
Gloria Estefan. I mean, we know there's so many other ones you could do.
Well, I mean, my thought, and when Suits is freed up, I'll have him put up a poll here. Who would be the best musician to represent Florida in this contest, the American Song Contest? To me, my thoughts are right now who you would want would be Ariana Grande, Jason Derulo, Pitbull, or Camila Cabello. I think that would be our 4 best options.
I mean,
No.
anything's better than Ale Zabala.
you have to throw in a little bit more legend in there, Kev. You're going to RMF, and I understand that because the bosses are listening. But
He's butt kissing.
he's butt kissing. You have to throw in at least a legend heavy hitter in there.
But these are people that, because you have to perform a new original song. These are all people, for the most part, from Florida that are kicking out new original songs that are kicking it on the charts. Can you throw out anybody else that right now is a current hit maker that would better represent Florida?
I'm just saying that's the problem with the music industry is because there's an ageist type of thing going. Once you hit a certain age, you don't really get a lot of stuff played. So if they're gonna really do it and let the people vote, I say you got to throw some legends in there.
Ale Zabala is like a young chick. She's kind of hot.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna put the best out there, Virginia.
Okay.
Is it Ale or is it Allie?
I don't know. It's ALE.
It's
so I don't
ooly.
know. And whenever I see that word, first thing I think is ale.
Ale, and I think beer.
I've never heard it pronounced another way. So if she's the one, that's typically how they do names today, though, right?
I'm kind of glad we're talking about this because I've been kind of, you know what? I haven't been to the ale house in so long, and this reminds me of that. Ale-Z, come on. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, typically what it is, like, my name's Aqua. It's spelled AQ and the number 2.
What?
Yeah. Huh? Okay. All right. All right, we got a rep on here from Gen Z. Joseph is stepping up for his generation here from West Palm Beach. Hello, Joseph.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you guys doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for
Thanks
jumping
for
on
calling
here.
in, light sweetheart.
Yeah, look at those Gen Zers. You're going to be partnered up with your fellow generational member, Suits, here today. He'll be a part of your team here as we get into the questions. And then we've also got representing our Gen Xers from West Palm Beach as well. We have got Beth on here. Hello, Beth.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Beth. And your partner's going to be Jaybird today.
My name is Smorro.
You forgot. He's got an alter ego. He's got a costume.
How
Kevin,
could I forget? Yes.
You got to call him
Look,
Smorro.
only during the games. I get it. That's too much during the whole show. Only during the games, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to start off with.
Poor Kevin. It's like trying to do a radio show with feral cats.
Oh, whatever. Kevin loves every second of it.
Kevin is spinning and can't wait for vacation.
Okay, we got Gen Z going to be started off here with Joseph. Now, the rules for Joseph and Beth. I'm going to give you a question. You'll have 3 seconds to answer it on your own. If you can't get a correct answer, then it will go to the team member you have in your generation. A correct answer from the person on the phone is worth 2. Someone in the studio is worth 1. Okay, first question for Gen Z. This is for you, Joseph, to answer in 3 seconds. Which classic EDM ensemble disbanded and broke up? A 2-member EDM group that wore helmets broke up in the year 2021. What is their name? Okay.
Marshmallow.
Okay. All right. Suits, any idea? Classic EDM group that wore helmets disbanded in 2021.
I was actually thinking Marshmallow, but I'm like, I don't think he's a group. It's just him. So I've got nothing on that.
Got nothing. Okay. We were looking for Daft Punk.
No.
That's 2 people.
Daft Punk, yeah.
That was 1 guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nothing for Gen Z in round 1. So we go to Gen X and Beth here in the Battle of the Generations. All right, Beth, this is your question. Just get us an answer within 3 seconds. Okay. Tell me the answer to this. Who did the Kid Leroy collaborate with for the song Without You? Okay, I'm guessing by the laughter she does not know. Jaybird, to save a point.
Smorro.
Smorro.
It is Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Damn it.
Yes, that is incorrect. We're looking for Miley Cyrus.
Oh, yes.
Miley Cyrus.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll get him next time.
Smorro hates Miley Cyrus.
That's not true. Smorro hates nobody. He hates poverty. He loves the people. Sorry, Kevin.
Okay.
Great guy, that's Morrow.
No, I mean, you got to take the time to let everybody know what you stand for.
I don't understand his platform. I do need to know more.
Smorro just wants to feed. Smorro, he steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Smorro style.
Mm-hmm. And you can see him at McDonald's.
What?
I get it that it looks a little hamburgerish. I'm working on getting it a little bit more, it's still a new.
Okay, it's a work.
Yeah,
it's an alter ego in progress.
It'd be better if you guys just let me go through this.
Okay.
We're going through it too.
Just let it happen.
It's not like you're on an island.
The more you fight it, the worse it's going to get.
We're on Crazy Island with you.
That's fine. Just let it happen and it'll go away.
Okay. All right, here we go. Back to Gen Z. No points on the board yet. Joseph, this is for you. What is the name of the character that Vanessa Hudgens played in High School Musical?
Vanessa Hudgens. I don't know. Lily.
Suits?
Veronica. I don't know.
Veronica. No.
Not with confidence.
No.
Kind of with disgust.
I've never seen it. I've done
Veronica?
I don't know.
Okay. Gabriela Montez.
Yes.
That was going to be our second guess.
GM.
Okay. All right. Still no points yet in the Battle of the Generations. All right. Next up, we go here to Beth. Beth, who was the very first Bachelorette in 2003?
Jennifer.
Jennifer is incorrect. All right. Smorrow.
Lorelei Hoggins.
Lorelei Hoggins is also incorrect.
Old Hoggins.
Yeah. Trista Sutter.
But she was Trista Wren.
Yes.
Then
that
she
clears it up.
married
Trista and Ryan.
Sutter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget. I lied earlier.
How dare you forget Smorrow?
Smorrow does hate something.
You hate the Bachelorette?
Yes.
1 point might win this whole thing. We'll see here.
Ooh, we call this a barn burner.
Battle of the Generations back to Gen Z. All right, for you, Joseph. Who announced that they have Asperger's while on SNL in 2021?
Elon Musk.
That is correct. At the
Got it.
buzzer.
Nice.
Got it. At the buzzer. That's a 2-pointer. Elon Musk
Wow.
is correct. All righty. There you go.
All
That's a
right.
big one there.
Big
for
game move.
Gen
At the
Z.
buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
Renee, don't sweat it. It's okay.
Okay.
Her name is Beth.
Or Beth.
Stop yelling at her and stop calling her Renee.
I wasn't yelling. That's positive reinforcement.
Bring it down, Smorrow.
Why don't you just take it easy and worry on your next horrible dirt story?
The dirt's over, much like Smorrow.
All right, Kevin, sorry.
Okay, Beth, here's your question. What alternate career is Kim Kardashian aspiring to become currently?
A lawyer?
That is correct.
Yay!
That is correct.
You're the Beth around.
Okay. We are now tied at 2 each. Okay. Going back here to Joseph. Joseph, tell me, who played Spider-Man in the movie Spider-Man that was released in 2002? What's the actor's name?
Tobey Maguire.
Oh, after the buzzer.
Was that after Denny's? Yeah, okay. Saying that was just after Suits?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. Close, just a little late. Just a little late on that. So you got 1 point instead of the 2. Now that makes it interesting because Gen X could win if Beth gets this correct on her own.
Beth.
Beth, who plays Spider-Man in the movie Spider-Man No Way Home?
Oh, J-Bird.
Oh, boy. It's
Okay,
the,
if you miss this, you lose.
Oh, Smorrow. It's the
His name is
It's the Collins or Mullins boy. Tom Collins.
Tom Collins is a drink. We wanted Tom Holland. And Gen X loses again.
Oh, Smorrow.
Oh, man.
Smorrow, you alcoholic loser.
Wow. Tom Collins
That's
is
okay.
incorrect.
Beth, I'll send you some s'mores to make up for this. I'm sorry.
Wow. Gen X falls further back into third place.
Oh, boy. I tell you what.
And Gen Z now takes the lead. Congratulations, Joseph. Well played, my man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Wow, there you go.
Nice job.
You're a worthy competitor, Snoots.
How about
You
that?
too, Smorrow.
We shall meet again.
Okay. All right, well, we're asking the question in the KVJ TV chat room for the upcoming show, American Song Contest. Who would best represent the state of Florida? They have to create an original song. Alaska got Jewel. We got Ali Zabala or Ale Zabala. I don't even know how to pronounce her name.
We're not sure. We don't want to insult her, but we've just never heard of her.
But if we could have Ariana Grande, Pitbull, Jason Derulo, or Camila Cabello, who would you choose?
I'll even take Jimmy Buffett at this point.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going all in on Buffett.
Buffett's better than Ale Zabala.
Okay.
Virginia continues to butcher that.
We don't mean to. We apologize if we're butchering your name. I'm going to say it wrong 9 more times.
Well, just there's no recognition there. Of course, if you're asking for America to vote, they're going to vote for the things they know.
You don't think Gloria Estefan's got a little bit more magic in that?
I think she's had an amazing career, and she is the queen of South Florida, but I would not choose her for this.
Damn,
Yeah.
Kevin, radio made you cold.
Real cold.
Camila Cabello only got 8% of the vote. 10% said Jason Derulo. 33% would go with Ariana Grande, and 49% would put Pitbull in this.
Question: are we able to bring back zombie Tom Petty?
Probably is not going to work, yeah. Probably not going to work.
Because if Tom Petty was alive, I think he wins.
I haven't read the contest rules, but being alive is probably one of them. Yeah.
And that's not disrespectful to Tom Petty. You know I love Tom Petty.
Yeah.
We know you do.
Just a thought, so.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
All right, going on today in your whacked out news. Saw an update. Don't fall for it if you see a GoFundMe for that Florida Highway Patrol officer, Tony Shuck, the one that put her car in front of the drunk driver that was heading there onto the Skyway Bridge in
Yes.
St. Pete. Yeah, they're saying to be raising money for her, but they found at least 2 fake GoFundMes that are not linked to her.
Oh,
so.
you're a special kind of evil.
Yeah, it really is. Just wanted to throw that little PSA out there for people. It's unfortunate that you'd have to bring something like that up, but that's just where we are in this world right now. Fun little story that was all over national TV today happened right here in South Florida in Miami. Paul Drexler was in Miami to officiate a friend's wedding, and after a long day of traveling and doing the officiating, he got through what he thought was his Airbnb at about 2 a.m. He goes inside into the bedroom. The bed's made, and it's ready to be slept in. There's 2 clean towels. He's like, everything's all good. He goes to bed, wakes up the next morning to a knock on the door, and he's like, well, that's weird that the Airbnb owner is here at the place, because he stays in Airbnbs all the time. He's like, they just don't do that.
They don't
typically.
show up.
Yeah.
And wake you up.
Hey, what are you doing?
Right.
You guys are hanging out?
Yeah, so he's a little weirded out, and he is greeted by the homeowner, who is like, what you doing, man? And he's like, staying on my Airbnb. He's like, this ain't an Airbnb.
What?
He gave him the address. He was so tired he went into the wrong house. His Airbnb was next door. Oh. So somehow he was able to walk into the neighbor's house and went into their guest room and spent the night.
It is an alarming it never went that far for me, but I remember once I wasn't paying attention and I had my headphones on. I was walking Chewy at the time. It's when I first got them. And I walked into the wrong courtyard. I thought they all looked the same in Sandalwood. And the woman didn't have it unlocked, and she was doing lawn stuff, and she was startled, and I was startled. Ah, I'm sorry. Why are you? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Why are you in my house? Oh, wait, this is not my house.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
It was calamity.
Too many Tom Collinses.
There's a Clearwater woman that's accused of renting a house that she didn't own to somebody who had no idea. She had ads on social media showing off one of the houses that she had for rent, and so she met up with this person who wanted to rent it. She saw the home and said, yeah, I really like it. She's like, well, you know what? I got one that's actually just the same floor plan. It's a little bigger, and it's got a pool.
Oh.
And the renter's like, I'll take it. So she gives her the down payment, signs a deal, then takes her husband and kid to the house, and she's confused because there's a dude in the driveway with his truck. And she's like, I'm getting ready to move in. What are you doing? He's like, I live here. And she's like, well, I'm moving in. He's like, no, you're not.
Shh. she rented out a house that wasn't even hers.
Not even hers, yeah. Luckily, the renter, just on instinct, had actually snapped a quick photo of the woman's ID who rented the place to her, and so she had her information, reported her to police, and they caught her and arrested her.
Oh, they did. They caught her.
Yeah,
wow,
they
good for
did.
them.
But, I mean, just what a scam, huh?
It's a crazy market out there.
Oh, everywhere you turn, it seems like there's a scamming and bamming.
Yep. A little problem for a swim practice at Montverde Academy in Lake County. It got delayed because the kids went to jump in the pool. Luckily, they saw at the bottom was an alligator waiting for them.
He's like, really? Are y'all going to make it this easy?
Oh, this is great.
You're just going to toss toddlers in for me to eat?
Come on, kids.
This is an awesome pool.
Yeah. Deputies had to come out with a safety hook to get the alligator out of the pool and take it to Lake Apopka. So, nice try, though, alligator.
They didn't do anything bad to the alligator after?
I don't think so.
You always hear these stories where the alligator's chilling being an alligator, and then they killed it.
Yeah, no.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
They might have tickled it a little bit.
Okay.
Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Somebody stole nearly $30,000 worth of turtles from a breeder in Estero, Florida.
Really?
Turned out to be the handyman that caught him on surveillance footage.
Now, what were you going to do with these turtles, sir?
Look, dog, turtles are big money because some people keep them as pets and stuff. They'll pay top money. That's why people are stealing dogs.
Yeah, probably resell them.
Huh.
Yeah, there's apparently still about a dozen turtles are missing that they haven't recovered yet. So crazy. There was a man that got arrested for stealing a woman's toque. I guess that's the beanie cap with the ball on top, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing right either, but I guess if you're a Canadian, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, toque.
Toque. He was wearing rollerblades and was skating through downtown Victoria with a hockey stick.
So he was just skating around, snatching people's hats
Snatching
off their
caps
head.
off people, yeah.
It's kind of a crazy but fun to watch on video crime.
It is kind of crazy.
Not very Canadian of them.
No.
There was a guy in Russia got 5 days in jail for protesting. But here's the thing, he wasn't protesting. He actually went to meet up with somebody near a protest against the war. All he wanted was a Harry Potter magic wand that he had got from a 14-year-old off Craigslist, but apparently they were so close to the protest, they thought he was part of it, and he got arrested and spent 5 days in jail.
But let's go ahead and Craigslist, 14-year-old Harry Potter. We need to. This guy needs
He
to.
probably should have been in jail for something else other than protesting.
He needs to be sitting in the clinic
Yeah.
for something.
Yeah, he's like, 14-year-old's magic wand.
I mean, Craigslist.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me.
I'll put a spell on you.
Russian Craigslist.
This does not
Sounds real shady.
This doesn't sound that innocent to me.
No. 50-year-old Ida Reams is the former mayor of Clearfield County, Pennsylvania, but she's now facing charges after shooting a gun at two people playing Pokemon Go. She told police that the two people looked suspicious, so she asked them where they were from and what they were doing there. The victims, in their account, said, look, we were just playing Pokemon Go, and this woman comes up to us and accuses us of being on drugs, and then she started circling us in her truck.
People that are playing Pokemon Go do look like they're on drugs because they're wandering around and they're jumping and moving and trying to catch things that aren't really there in real life. If that doesn't look like bath salts, I don't know what does.
Pokemon Go still got some heat behind it, huh?
Yeah, people still playing. So this former mayor's in her truck driving circles around these kids playing Pokemon Go, and she fires off about 4 or 5 shots with her revolver.
That's aggressive.
My goodness. When the police showed up, they found that she was massively hammered, too. She had just gotten out of a nearby bar, apparently all sad because she just lost her election.
Girl.
Yeah, and they put her in jail, and she couldn't even post the $50,000 bond, so she's still sitting in jail, which, I don't know if you're the mayor of a town. Do you want to be in the county jail? Probably not.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah.
She Pokemon can't go anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Ah, you see what I did there? Yep. Daddy's edit that out, please.
And what do you think about this prank in North Dakota? Apparently, there was a rundown Kmart, and some pranksters took the giant K and put it in somebody's front yard.
Ooh.
And they couldn't move it.
It's a giant K.
Yeah, and so just for days and weeks, they've had this giant K in their front yard, and people are showing up at their door trying to look for bargains. So they've asked the pranksters if they would please take it away. Apparently, the pranksters have said, yeah, sorry, we just meant for some good fun.
Would the Ralstons like a big giant K?
I mean, your name is Kevin.
That
I
would
think.
work.
Well,
Yeah.
Kim, you have a bunch of
Kim,
Ks
K,
down there.
yeah.
I would love it. I don't think the HOA would.
Well, so if you put that in your backyard, kind of in your little area where the
Backyard, you might be able to get away with it, maybe.
If they can see it from the front, though, the HOA is going to complain because they love to complain.
Does your HOA go in your backyard at times?
No, not typically, but like Virginia had said, if it was something so pronounced that it would be
seen,
yes, then they might step in.
I ain't got the right temperament for the trade for the
you
HOA.
Don't. HOAs will break a normal-minded person.
They break your spirit.
They break
They're
your spirit.
breakers.
They make you feel sad and want to move. They're awful.
HOA's new name is called Spirit Breakers. Pass it on.
Okay. We got a liar in here. Could it be the guy who's wearing the mask with the mustache and the black flat-brimmed hat? He's also wearing a black cape and a black puffy shirt.
What is that man's name?
S'mora. Took me a minute. I just had to remember.
Yeah. He looks like Zorro, but he's about s'mores, apparently.
You'll see. It's all developing.
Do you have any s'mores?
Don't you worry about that, kitten.
So, no.
No s'mores for you.
Damn.
Okay.
S'mores.
Well, we got 2 truths and a lie here today. It is Jaybird, i.e. S'moro. We've got Denny's and Suits all here to tell us the story. We're going to start off with Suits here today. Suits, what is your story for 2 truths and a lie?
Well, just about a week ago, we had some water damage at the house. Nothing worse than getting water damage. And
Did you have a sewer line break like we had here at the building?
Not a sewer line. It was a sink pipe that was under the sink in the master bathroom.
Oh.
So the landlord hired someone to come in and replace the cabinet. It was just this one guy who really didn't do the greatest job, but he was there for hours working on this, and I was home alone just making sure that everything was good because my mom was out. So I just figured he sounds like he's working a lot. Let me offer the guy some water, you know? So I walk in there. He's completely naked in the bathroom when I walk in. I lock eyes with this guy, and he looks at me, and I just turn around and leave because I'm like, what the hell is he doing naked in my house? He comes back out afterward. He's wearing different clothes, and he apologizes and says that he was working up a sweat, and he brought a change of clothes. I'm like, dude, close the damn door.
And you walked in right as he was changing.
He had the door wide open. He was
plan.
naked. I'm like, what the hell are you doing naked in my house?
How's he hanging?
I mean, wasn't anything to write home about.
So average, below average?
I don't know. It wasn't anything that... I mean, I didn't exactly take a good look.
This is fascinating.
I made eye contact with him and just immediately, 180 right back out the bedroom door. And, yeah, it was very awkward when he apologized for it. But, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Fully naked in my house with the door open.
If it's true.
Wow.
Okay, Jaybird, S'moro, what you got over there for your story?
Well, back in 2001, I was working at this place, and a couple times I would see this guy by this water area, and one time he even smiled at me. For whatever reason, I did notice his face, and me and my buddies would always walk over to this area to get some water. Well, a few months later, I see this person's face on the TV, and it's one of the people that was in the planes that flew into the Twin Towers on 9/11.
Really? One of the terrorists?
One of the terrorists.
Okay, so you see this guy. Where did you see him in
We saw
2001?
where I was working at, which was down in Delray, Boynton Beach area. I would walk up to the water area, and there was a guy me and my buddies would see a couple times. And when I saw him, for whatever reason, his face stood out. I didn't think anything of it, but then when I saw his picture on the TV, it was one of the dudes that was in one of the terrorists from 9/11.
And where was it you saw him again?
Boynton.
Okay.
Delray area.
Like at a store where you worked, or where was it?
That's all the details I'm going to give you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just curious on that.
Give a guy an outfit. Now he wants to be a mystery.
And a mask and a cape does make you want to be a little mysterious.
Who is this masked man?
Thank you,
Who is this mystery?
Okay, and Denny's. Tell us your story. We'll figure out if you're telling a truth or a lie here.
Well, so back when I was in high school, my father and my uncle went into business together, both in insurance. My uncle lived up in Indianapolis. We lived down in Stewart at the time. And so my uncle started doing business with my dad, so he bought a condo out on Sewell's Point, like a one-bedroom condo right on the beach so that he could travel between the two and work. Anyway, so I was hanging out with a girl one night. My uncle came in town with my father, and they went out of town on a trip. So I had my dad's car, and there was a big party down in Palm Beach. In Stewart, it's cool to come down to Palm Beach parties because it's a little bit of a distance.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. And it's like, oh, this is like big time.
So I had the girl I was courting. I picked up some beers. You know, I was underage. I had a license, a fake license, and we were going to go to the party. I get to the party, and it's broken up. And we drove about 40 minutes to get here.
No party?
I go, well, my uncle's got a condo we could go to. I didn't want to go back to my house, and I was trying to hook up and all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we went in, you know, stayed at my uncle's condo. I had the keys to the car because they were out of town, and we, you know, did our thing. Spent the night. In the morning, I left. Well, anyway, 3 months later, I hear my uncle on the phone talking to my dad, and he's talking about how his girlfriend Donna is going to break up with him, and that they're not going to get married. They're engaged.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Donna's out?
Donna's out, and my uncle's he's spending a lot more time down in Florida because they're going through a relationship issue. Well, about 6 months after that, I didn't think anything of it. 6 months after that, I hear him again on the phone, and he's saying, I'm being brought down by a purple bra, right? And I go, purple bra? I go, oh, man, the girl I hooked up with had a purple bra. She had left it at the house when we hooked up. I didn't even know this. I live my life normally. My uncle goes back to the condo with Donna. They find this purple bra, and it starts this contentious relationship with them, and they're going to cancel everything.
Who does the purple bra belong to?
So I had to confess that I used their car. I took his keys, and I went into his condo, and that we had hooked up. I had to explain everything to my whole family.
It's the right thing to do.
And it saved their relationship, but I mean, it caused a lot of issues. And I didn't even know any of this was happening because, you know, it was my dad and my uncle talking. So I would just catch little glimpses every now and then. And I slowly pieced it together over the course of half of a year. And it was right before the big, you know, they were never going to talk to each other again.
Oh, dang.
So fortunately, thankfully, caught that detail.
Where's Donna today?
They did not last after that, so I mean, but that wasn't my fault.
No.
I did my best.
Yeah,
I tried to clear the air.
Love's a crazy game.
They couldn't recover after the purple bra.
It didn't help. I'm sure it certainly didn't help.
Okay, all right. Which one of these is a untruthful story? We got Suits walking in on a naked service repair guy in his bathroom. Jaybird saw one of the 9/11 terrorists in Boynton Beach and didn't recognize until he saw the guy's photo on TV later. And Denny's girl left a purple bra in his uncle's condo, almost causing the demise of his relationship. Virginia, which one seems fake to you?
I feel like Smorro is telling the truth.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like Denny's and Suits, it's one of them. Naked plumber or purple bra. I'm going to say Suits is the liar. Naked plumber.
Going to say Suits is the liar with the naked plumber. Okay. That's a good guess there, Virginia.
I just think that's so bold. I mean, the plumber, yes, we all have seen plumbers crack, but nobody has seen the plumber nude. That's taking it too far, plumber.
No one has seen the plunger, so to speak.
We don't want to see his dong. That's just wrong.
Yeah, this is a tough one today. In fact, people in the chat room say they all seem fake.
Well, there's only one liar here.
Yeah, okay. All right, so which one is it? Virginia's going to go with Suits, and I'm going to go with Jaybird.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's who I'm going to vote for. Okay. So which one is actually telling the lie?
Is he Jaybird or is he Smorro?
Virginia, there's a lot of mystery and questions, and that's one thing I don't know either.
Suits puts up the poll who's lying. You put Denny, Suits, and Jaybird. I mean, no respect.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it does say Jaybird. It doesn't, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. The disrespect.
Yeah.
Smorro, it's not cool.
Okay, who's our liar? We'll find out next. All right, who is telling the lie here? We heard two truths and one lie. Suit said that there was a naked service repair guy in his bathroom. When he came over for some work, the guy said he sweat through his clothes. And that's why Suits walked in on him naked, but apparently he didn't close the door. Jaybird says that he saw one of the 9/11 terrorists in Boynton Beach and didn't realize he did until after he saw his face on television after that fateful day. Denny's took a little road trip with a girlfriend and wound up at his uncle's condo. She left behind a purple bra that almost caused the demise of his uncle's relationship with his fiancée later.
Donna was pissed.
Yeah. So which one of these people here is telling us a fib? Now we're asking the people in the KVJ TV chat room right now. Jaybird is currently in the lead with 46% of the vote. Then they think Suits, and then Denny's. Virginia, you thought it's Suits that's telling the lie.
I did, because it's just so, whoa,
Yeah.
naked plumber.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Any of these could be, I don't know. I was initially thinking maybe Jaybird. Suits does sound like that could be definitely a lie. Because, I mean, who the heck would do that and leave the door open, Virginia?
But once again, I mean, these guys, they've all spun the tale.
Some people think that Smorrow is just a distraction to kind of elude the truth here, Virginia.
Yeah. Okay.
Smorrow is definitely a distraction. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm finding it
That is
hard to
true.
focus.
That is true.
He's a lot, Kevin.
Okay, and then who knows? Sometimes we get surprised. Denny's could be telling
You're
us a
right.
tale.
Look at this guy.
He's so meek and unassuming, but
Yeah.
is he a big fat liar?
Don't confuse his meekness with weakness.
Oh!
Smorrow!
Yeah.
It's actually a really good catchphrase.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Throw that out. Last minute, I think I'm going to switch my vote to Denny's. Yeah, I'm just
Dang!
going to switch it up here.
Look
Okay.
at you. You got Kevin on the ropes.
I know.
Yeah, we do.
it's-
We got
it's-
him.
Yeah, you could just, who knows, if I had a 3-sided coin, I'd flip it.
It's an interesting thing to see a great man struggle.
Where's the crate man? Oh, just kidding.
It is. Yes, you're right. If we could only find him.
We'd love to watch.
Yeah. Okay, who is our liar today? It is
Me, you called it.
Denny's!
The whole thing's made up.
The
None of that's
purple
real.
bra never happened.
It's done.
Yes.
okay.
Him and Donna are still together?
No, they didn't last, but I had nothing to do with it.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry, Donna.
Yeah, there's a couple other things in that relationship.
Well, everybody knows Donna made the mistakes.
Yeah, that's her fault.
Denny's definitely full the chat room.
Good job, Denny's.
Yes, yes.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
So, Bird, where did you see the terrorists?
So I used to work down at a baseball camp area, and there was right where we worked at. That was where a lot of the terrorists were staying at.
And those apartments.
Yes,
Yes.
and me and my
Yeah.
buddy would sometimes sneak over to the side area to go get some water. We like the water over there, and we saw
Terrorist water is delicious.
Well, it was very cold, and
Like
we
their
s-
hearts.
Well, we saw the guy twice, and the reason why it stuck out is because we saw him on TV, and me and my buddy go, "Is that the guy we've seen?" And then we find out that they're all at that building.
They
right
live there.
Now we are 99% sure that was the guy from the building that was on the TV that we
if
had
you
seen.
saw him on TV and you're like, oh my gosh, that was the guy by the water fountain.
And both of my friends, exactly.
Everybody in the group said the same thing.
Absolutely.
And they did live
They
in
did.
apartments
They
in
did.
Boynton.
They did.
It was by that flight school where they were all training.
Yeah. Remember my roommate, his mom lived right below them. In
Yes.
an apartment in Delray. And yeah, she said she heard him tinkering up there.
Tinkering with probably bombs and stuff.
It's crazy. Everyone's got. It seems like after the fact, when you go, oh my gosh, that was going on. Everyone seems to have a story.
Well, this is what developed that whole see something, say something. Because, you heard them making bombs, but you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because you didn't think that
No.
they'd be making bombs.
Yeah, I just thought who knows what's going on up there.
Now,
Well, then I asked one of the other people, and they didn't remember. So I was. That's why I'm always 99% sure, because they're like, well, "What are you talking about?" But my other friend goes, "Dude, absolutely, that's the guy." So I don't know.
Smorrow knows.
Okay.
No
Smorrow
man
knows.
is perfect all the time.
Yeah, that is true.
All right. Well, we got an email here. Somebody wanted to know if they need to warn their sister's friend about this player. It says, there's a guy in my social circle that I see often, and I'm able to witness just how he has repeatedly cheated on multiple girlfriends over many years.
Oh.
This guy's very selfish and wouldn't be around if it were up to me in our friend group. Well, now my sister's best friend is dating this guy.
Oh.
And this girl has been in my life for over 15 years, and she's like a sister to me. And I hate that they are dating, and I even jokingly mentioned something to this guy about, hey, man, don't treat her bad. And he responded, well, why do you care?
Oh, no.
His response made me just want to punch him right in the face, but I swallow my feelings. This guy's a total creep, and there's even a story going around that he's got herpes.
Oh.
So do I say something to my sister's friend, or do I just stay out of it?
I think you tell your sister's friend if he's got herpes or Slurpees. Both different kind of news.
Yeah.
But I think you
Right.
let them know that.
You can get herpes from sharing Slurpees, just so you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's semantics. You're right. I guess you're right.
I typically stay out of it, but if you have somebody that is this close that you would look at them like they're a family member, I feel like there's an obligation there to hey, just say something. Be like, hey, look, I see this guy a lot. I've known him for a while. And look, I'll just give you some information that I've observed, and it's my opinion, but here's what I've seen, what I've observed. You take it and do what you want with it.
He was dating Chlamydia Clara for a while.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Just be careful. That would be my take on this. I would throw that out there. You don't have to be dire about it. You don't have to trash the guy. But I think say, hey, I just want to let you know.
I look at you like family,
Right.
and I protect family, and do with this what you will. It's
Yes.
just information that I want to be able to give you, so you can't come back and say, you should have told me.
Mm-hmm. Just my thought on it. Anybody have a different opinion, or if you have an experience with something like this, you can let us know. 877-979-WRMF. Got a couple of interesting follow-up comments. Jaber was telling this story a little bit earlier about having seen the 9/11 attackers.
Just one
of them in Boynton Beach, and they were training in this area, Lantana Airports, where they trained to fly those airplanes into the World Trade Center. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, my uncle was a barber in Boca Raton, and he was cutting the guy's hair during their time at the flight school.
Wow.
He was later questioned by the feds about it, but didn't have anything pertinent to provide.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how a lot of people do have some kind of connection or was around them.
Yeah, it's crazy because you know what the terrible thing they were doing, training for, and just I guess they were doing it in a way no one could notice.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, no one knew to notice.
Yeah, no, you're right.
None of us were thinking that, there is a group of terrorists that want to learn how to fly from our flight school and then fly planes into our World Trade Center. Like, no one's brain went there.
Well, it also kind of shows me too. The longer you know when someone has a crime committed against him and they bring in the people for a mugshot, I can see how. Let's say they found Kevin did a crime to Suits, and then they bring Kevin in 9 months later. I can see how that would play tricks on Suits' memory.
Right.
The longer it goes, because the longer it went for me, I was convinced when it first happened. Like, there's no way that's not the guy. Then time goes on, and you go, was that really the guy? It seemed like it was.
Yeah.
And my friend confirmed it too. But the mugshot game, when you go in and identify, I see how that could be screwy for people.
But if both of you ID'd the same guy, that to me, if multiple people say that was him, then that just makes it look stronger.
Well, we both did, and it was from that building.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And another comment, too. I think they're questioning Virginia. They said, Virginia, they didn't use bombs. Chill. So...
Well, they may have been building some.
Oh, Virginia was wrong? Wait a minute. Come on.
What were they tinkering with?
Don't know, Virginia. Who knows? They could have just been fixing their TV.
This is the part where she gets defensive.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
What's going on here?
I know terrorists love bombs, so in your face.
Are we keeping that stat? How many times has Virginia
No,
been
because we
wrong?
can't count that high.
Oh, okay. Terrorists don't love bombs. Okay.
And Kevin, Scottish people love kilts. And so does the Irish people.
Well, tomorrow we've got a fun little day. It's St. Patty's Day Eve today. And tomorrow, KVJ is going to be at the Crazy Horse Saloon in the public shopping plaza on North Lake Boulevard, just west of I-95 from 4 to 6 p.m. They've got some flip cup that's going to be going on out there, a little tournament. They've got your Guinness, your Jameson, your Jell-O shots, corned beef and cabbage going for just $12. So... it's going to be a fun little day.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're going to go pregame at Jaybird's house.
Okay.
And we're going to make the pilgrimage over to the Crazy Horse. Haven't partied there since their anniversary party. And we all know what happened at the anniversary party.
No, I actually don't.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell them.
We all know what happened to a point because we've seen the pictures. Oof. It was fun.
What a day, huh?
It was epic.
What a day.
Who knows what will happen tomorrow, but you won't know if you don't go.
Yeah. Bring your cameras. All righty. We got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here in just about 10 minutes or so. You can watch that live on YouTube. You can also get it there on demand or any place that you get your podcast. It's going to work there as well. Before we do that, Jaybird Shmoro, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
Perhaps a cautionary tale. Perhaps not. I'll read it. If you do not change direction, you might end up where you are heading.
Oh, damn.
I'm heading to the Crazy Horse, and I'm not changing nothing.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.